So tell me something you once did casually that ended up becoming a very big deal.
Let's have it.
That was the day I saved my parents' marriage.
How?
Growing up, my dad used to be the kind of man everybody wanted to be like.
Are you serious?
He's hardworking, he's funny, and he always brings bread home after work. My mom used to say she was lucky to have him. But somewhere along the line, something changed. He started drinking. Like serious drinking, even the one that will go to beer parlor.
Will you shut up and stop jabbering nonsense?
He became angry and restless. He will always come home late, smelling alcohol anyhow. Sometimes my mom will go and lock herself in the kitchen just to go and cry. The man who used to protect her before has become the person she's fearing now. One day everything just broke for me. It was a Tuesday after assembly. We were in school when we suddenly heard a noise outside. It was my head teacher and one man. They were arguing on top of school fees. When I came out to look, I realized it was my father, my own father. They were fighting over my school fees. They were fighting over my school fees.
How?
The man I admired walked into my school, drunk and angry, demanding that they give him the money he paid for my school fees.
What?
My classmates saw everything. Some were laughing, some were pitying me. I just went into the class and started crying. The head teacher begged him, but he refused to listen. They eventually gave him the money. But they still allowed me to write the exam because they saw what happened. That was the day I knew my dad was gone, completely gone. After that day, the fear in our house increased. When we hear his footsteps, everybody would just scatter and leave the living room for him and his wahala. Things continued like that. Then one evening, he came back from work as usual, drunk, and he was staggering. I was watching TV, but normally I would run, but I'd not run. When he came, he carried the remote and shut the TV down. I looked at him and said, "Dad, I can't wait to grow up and be like you." He said, "Like me, how?" And I said, "I can't wait to start drinking when I want to. Beat my wife whenever I feel like."
Bombastic side-eye.
I told him people fear me more than they feared him. After all the things that I've said, he was quiet. He could not even say a thing. Like the alcohol in his system just disappeared. Then he stood up and went inside, and I heard him opening some bottles. Not to drink, but to pour everything out.
You make me proud.
The next morning, he wore clean clothes, shaved and left early for work. When he came back that evening, he brought bread and milk like he used to. When he saw my mom, he knelt down to my mom and said, "I'm sorry, can you ever forgive me?"
Are you serious?
My mom, even though she was shocked, but she didn't have a single doubt on what was happening. She saw the sincerity in my dad's eye. She also knelt down and started thanking God. And since that day, my dad became better than he used to be. Him and alcohol now became like this, very far.
Clap for Jesus.
And he also went to my school to apologize. And that was the day I learned that sometimes it's not a pastor or a therapist that changes a man. It's just hearing who he has become from the mouth of someone who used to look up to him.